Hello, welcome back to the Yorgee Smorgee podcast. So today I'm going to be talking about the All Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter stuff. So a couple weeks ago, George Floyd was killed by a Minneapolis police officer, and there have been protests going around all over the country, even Hawaii and Alaska. And there have been in other countries like Britain and places like those. I didn't really see because all really there was I oh yeah in Australia. So um there's there's just like a huge thing because like when someone says all lives matter, they're saying all lives matter. Like when people say Black Lives Matter, they don't say all Black Lives Matter. They just say Black Lives Matter. Because when people say all lives matter, they're meaning like, oh yeah, so Hitler's life matters, John Wayne Gacy, Bin Laden's, you know, the school shooters, the rapists, racists, like all of those. Yeah, I mean, like their lives matter. And a couple weeks ago, during one of the protests, a guy, he basically kind of took like a hunting bow and rifle. I mean, bow and arrow. Sorry. I mean, and he said like this. Oh yeah, because all lives matter. And he was like, really charging it up. Like I don't know like how to say. And so that's basically kind of saying this like, oh yeah, eating healthy is like the best while you're like shoveling in like giant spoonfuls of say triple fudge chocolate marshmallow with drenched in whipped cream at a giant bowl of ice cream like and I mean and there's like these protests. I mean like I kind of went to one. I mean I social distance. It was like a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't that big because I mean like one our town was like small. I mean like we're not one of the giant ones, but at the same time it's like there's the cough going around because we can't say the actual word or else get demonetized. So yeah, so for some stuff, yeah, and it's so weird because I mean because people have been putting taking down Confederate statues. Now say Confederate statues memorials, say in Gettysburg, someone kind of like that, like in the battlefield. That's good because even though the Confederates they're fighting to have slaves, they're still human beings. And and but because in Lexington and Concord, um, you'll see near the old North Bridge or whatever. I forget. There's like a little British memorial thing, and you don't see say a statue of say King George the Third, say in Philadelphia, or see something like that because we won against them. And many of the statues, I mean, some of the monuments and statues went up a little bit after the Civil War, but then a bunch of them went up during the Jim Crow era, and they're kind of and people are saying this oh yeah it's our heritage and all that if we take down these statues then how are we gonna know? Just pick up a fucking book, you know. If you take down the statues, it's not gonna be like the thing for Back to the Future when the people from the picture were disappearing. No, like I mean and then now NASCAR finally ban the use of Confederate flags, which is good. Even though NASCAR isn't a sport, I mean it's a skill for driving because not to get killed by crashing, but at the same time it's being the reason why Mario Kart is more of a sport is because one you're basically dodging shells and all kind of that. In NASCAR, you're just basically going in a circle, basically advertising stuff. And I mean say running. that is a sport. So that's a skill. Because because I mean like one, you're training for that. For say something like a street race or all like that, like say like a Fast and Furious, whenever there's like those car races, that's kind of a sport because one, it takes like skill and all of that. But I'm getting off track. But then there's this guy who I actually have like a photo on it. I mean, like I'm not really sure because this is for the what's it called, the stupid news story is of June. So it says NASCAR truck racer Ray Ciccarelli. I don't even know how to say his name. Says he's quitting after Confederate flag ban, which is kind of stupid. Like people are saying like this, oh yeah, like I'm super American. Let me just hold up like a flag of the people that are trying, separating from us. That fought like American stuff. I mean, the only time someone should be holding up like a Confederate flag is during say a Civil War reenactment, because it's a reenactment. Like you're not gonna just have like said this like oh yeah like here's say like. Then I think one of the state flags, I think maybe Missouri or Mississippi, like one of those states still has like the thing of like the Confederate flag on it, which is kind of stupid. And yeah, and I mean just the other day, a couple like black guys, they were arrested for why know what they were doing? Jaywalking. Yeah, jaywalking, and they were like arrested, like not even kind of a fine, and it's just stupid when when say there's like bigger crimes out there, but I mean, like want to know something? The Flint water crisis hasn't really been resolved it like yet. That's a bigger crime than say jaywalking. Putting lead in water for people who like to drink. I mean like and it's just like in England, Miss Hitler pageant entrant entrant among four neo-Nazi diehard jailed. Yes, in Britain, where like they were jailed. When why know if that happened here in like the United States? Donald Trump will call them very fine people. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, and there are military bases of American, like that are named after Confederate, like generals and officers. Do you think in Germany they have those base Hitler base like Nazi generals? No, they don't. Cause like that. And with all this, and Donald Trump like saying like this, like oh yeah, we shouldn't do that because because American heroes are coming out of it, and and it'll be bad like if we kind of change like name. Like that doesn't make sense. Like save your American hero, you won battles, but then you come from like a base that's named after a guy who was fighting to keep slaves. Yeah, and then Donald Trump, like he was, I think, doing like a rally or something like that in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Juneteenth. And 99 years ago, like on Juneteenth, there was a horrible, race massacre there. And I mean, it's just awful. Like, also, like here in Boston and other places, statues of Christopher Columbus have been vandalized, like the head's been like cut off and all that. And it's kind of weird because Christopher Columbus wasn't from Boston. I mean, he didn't even come to Boston or anything like Massachusetts. And you know, and one other thing, I mean, like if like I mean, I'm Italian, and I hate it when people are like saying kind of this, like, oh yeah, like Christopher Columbus Day, like it's a great day. It's not an Italian holiday, because one other thing, I think it was like either France or Portugal, like I think not France, Spain, that like funded Christopher Columbus' trip to the to try to find India. So yeah, so yeah, so and then what did Christopher Columbus do when he came to the Americas? He brought disease, he raped, he plummeted, he just destroyed a lot of people, he just killed. And if you and then there's these people like this, let's put up a statue of this guy. I mean, come on, he basically killed a bunch of people. Let's put up a statue of him. Wouldn't that be a great idea? And then like I mean like there's there's basically enough maybe instead of Christopher Columbus statue, you could do you could do a statue of Malcolm Butler's interception. I mean, they did this thing in in Philadelphia of the game winning play or something like that for the Eagles, which I'm doing finger quotes. I mean, why can't you do that? I mean, if you say that you're American, take down the Confederate statues, and maybe say have something like this. Maybe have Theodore Roosevelt, a giant say I don't know animatronic maybe statue thing of say Theodore Roosevelt cigarette kicking Hassan Hussein, or something like that. Maybe do something American than doing something that's people instead of putting up statues oh yeah, hey, these guys, they didn't want to be American anymore. They want to create their own country and all that. Let's put up statues of them. That's just a great idea. I mean like I mean, do you think in in Italy and France and all that they have statues of fleas and rats and I said this? Oh yeah, these guys they they're the kind of main cause of the plague. Let's put up statues of them. They don't do that. I mean like just take down. I mean in Virginia, Ralph Northam or North, he I mean all last year he it was the whole blackface scandal, and I was trying to make up for it. That's good. And one thing, Robert E. Lee, he said that he didn't want a statue of him, and guess what they did? They put statues up of him. Like that's basically that's basically kind of saying this hey, hey, yeah, even though I was a general for the team is that was kind of going against Americans, which I don't think he was really pro-slavery. I think he only fought for the South because since it was more a state thing, he wanted, because Virginia was a southern state, he wanted to fight for his home state, he didn't want to go against it. I think it was years ago. I have to research it later, but that's those basic guys have this hey, yeah, so I'm a general of the opposing kind of army. Please just don't put up statues of me because it'll kind of be really bad. No. I mean, Donald Trump is always talking about losers. He called John McCain a Vietnam War hero. And just to remind you, Donald Trump draft dodged Vietnam by saying that he has bone spurs, which bone spurs are basically cramps that, but they're in their bones, not in the muscles. Yeah, yeah. And I think it was 5 times Donald Trump draft dodge. Yeah, and he called John McCain a war hero who was in a POW camp. He and Donald Trump called him a loser. And one thing, John McCain, he's a I mean, he was a Republican. I mean, he's up in heaven now. Like, and and it's just like, and when like he called him like a loser for for being captured and all that. Like, why doesn't Donald Trump call people the Confederates loser for losing the Civil War? And like I mean like also make kind of the same excuse like this, like, oh yeah, like, what's next? They're gonna take down statues of George Washington down. They're gonna take I mean they might. I mean he did have slaves, but he did create this Washington was one of the founding fathers. I mean like he's kind of the reason why people are living in this thing. Yeah, and now they're kind of football players kneel, which that's a good thing because people are saying this oh yeah, I won't disrespect the flag by kneeling because men and women overseas fighting for this freedom. When starting the flag, the flag is a symbolize of freedom and liberty. Which one of our freedoms? Freedom of speech and freedom of protest. And say and 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 say when people are fighting overseas, but when there's still a war here because of police brutality. I mean, Donald Trump sent out a tweet saying this, oh yeah, anyone that comes near the White House, which is right now, Trump, Trump finally got his dream, building a wall to protect himself. A giant baby cage. Seriously, it looks like one of those baby cages, yeah, and yeah, and it's just so stupid because like when we have a president who says oh yeah, we're gonna make this country great again, but then one thing he's he spent I think 104 tweets attacking people during kneeling during the national anthem. Wanna know how many tweets he dedicated be for the George Floyd stuff? Zero. Zero. Yes, zero. I mean, I mean, this our president, if it's just I mean, he just I mean, so one thing when there were school shootings, he went golfing. When there's when there's all this other stuff the coronavirus and all that, he went golfing. When Twitter took down one of his tweets for glorifying violence, he sounded like a bill and all kind of that. So when America's facing other hardships, he just goes out golfing. When something bad happens directly because of him for him, he's like this. Oh yeah, hold everything. We need to make this right because one of my tweets. And I mean, and then there's the whole because I think last week or something like that, there was a 75-year-old man an activist. He went up to police officers. I think he was showing something on his phone or something like that. He was pushed to the ground hard. There's blood coming out of his ears. His skull was cracked. I mean, he's doing fine right now in the hospital. But one thing, I mean, one police officer try to help him. Another one push police officer saying this. Oh yeah, hey, keep on moving and all that. When basically on on for for on police badges, it says to serve and protect, not to abuse and to just go and joyrides to all this stuff. When you know when I mean because 2018 there was all these white women just calling the police on, like, black people, like say like kind of like a little girl that was selling bottled water to people so she could go to Disneyland. Wouldn't you want to, say there's like no cough, like say this is 2018. Wouldn't you want to help her, like say like this, like, oh yeah, there's like this 8-year-old girl, she's selling bottled water so she can make her dream come true, like of going to Disneyland or something. This white woman, she called the police on an 8-year-old little girl selling bottled water. Yes, there was like there was like there's like this dad at like his soccer game, and this like woman like this golf cart. She called the police because something like that. Like at like this college, I think it was Yale or Harvard, something like that. The police were called on like this black girl who who was in like her like dorm, like her like dorm like main room. Like think of, I don't know, like think of like Harry Potter, like there's like those main like areas of kind of the so like Hufflepuff or like Ravenclaw or whatever the hell. I only watched like 2 of the movies and part of like the third one. I didn't really read it. So think of that, but it's like Yale or like Harvard like that. So yeah, and then then there's like the infamous story of of the police called on like on these black guys who were waiting there, like waiting for like a friend or for like a business meeting. I mean, I mean, I don't know if they bought anything, but they weren't really loitering. They're just maybe kind of like waiting because because seriously, like that's basically what start. Dunkin' Donuts is basically just kind of this like, hey, here's your coffee, here's your donut, get the fuck out of here. Like it's basically grab and grow and and sometimes kind of sitting down. This is basically kind of like Starbucks. Yeah, we're yeah, here, do you want to buy like one of these like CDs like like that they don't really have any like good artists or anyone they really know. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's all like these guys in the background, they're just writing a screenplay that's never gonna get published or never really gonna get written. Yeah, like, but then because back to like Black Lives Matter thing, like it's just so huge now. And in London, um, there's like a statue of like this famous slave trader or something like that. Yeah, in London, they basically kind of had of like a slave trader like there, like and and it was dragged and it was thrown into like a river and all that, and then people were like arrested. It's like when like seriously, when basically when you basically have like a slave trader, you know, in like London and all kind of that, you're done fucked up because it's like because I think like Britain outlawed slavery before America did. I mean, when basically Britain, they basically ruled most of the world. And their slogan was like, oh yeah, the sun never sets on on the British Empire because because they ruled that much like the world. And then we have a slave in modern eras, like when you have like a slave trader like statue. I don't know I don't know if say they put any drugs in like the tea during there, but come on. Like I mean I mean like back to these statues people if people are people are like this. Oh yeah, if you take down like the statues, then then no one's really gonna like the history. Then maybe go to like the library, read a book. in when I went to Gettysburg in 2016, there is like so many kind of, museums, like kind of there like there are so many like tour bus like things like me and my dad like we're wondering like which tour bus should we go should we go on like a later one that is like a different tour bus, or should we go like one that like say it starts in like 5 minutes, something like that. When there's that many like that's kind of that's that's kind of say like when, that's basically how people say oh yeah, hey, let's let's take down the statue of oh wait, if you take the statue of Walt Disney, then how will we know about him? Maybe the fucking almost what $130 billion net worth they have. Yeah, seriously, did they have that much? You want something? They only gave $5 million, like to help out with Black Lives Matter. Want to know how much the Lego did? And just to remind you, a bunch of their shops were were raided and looted and all that. 4 million. So when Lego's just building blocks, and yes, they've been around a long time. They also have like they also have competition and all kind of that. Like and when when your company that's so much richer, I'm like one of those things. Amazon, they gave about I think 10 $10 million to help global warming. One of those thing. Yeah, when Amazon still doesn't really have enough bathrooms for people. Seriously, okay, so side note, I hate when I see Amazon commercials are like, yes, hey, we're doing our part. That's that's this basic kind of like this. Oh yeah, so say there's only one soda in the world. Say it's Coca Cola. There's no Pepsi. There's no RC. There's no Sprite. None of that. Like no Coke Zero. No just regular Coca Cola. Wouldn't it be stupid if they just kind of show commercials say this oh yeah, we're the best soda because but I mean because when I mean like because back to the statues and for the movement when we're taking down all these Confederate statues, why not have like statues say say something like this oh yeah, maybe you might see have like I don't know maybe a statue of the first African American astronaut, or the first African you know in basically Philadelphia they have a statue of Rocky. I think in Detroit or something like that, they have a statue of I think or someone made a statue of RoboCop, two fictional characters. When maybe you could maybe make some maybe wherever say Pulp Fiction was kind of film. You could put a thing of Samuel Jackson there. You can maybe do something don't be an idiot I mean seriously how would you feel it how would you feel if say if say if say someone killed all of your parents, all of your pets and all that, and then say the government puts up a statue of that killer. Y- you wouldn't be so kind of this oh well it's the heritage. No, you'll be pissed. And when people just say all lives matter, yes, people's lives matter, but not all of them. Do you think? Do you think? Do you think SEAL Team 6 when when they're raiding a sovereign lands compound? Do you think they're like this? Wait. We shouldn't kill them because all lives matter. Do you think? Do you think they were saying oh yeah hey Hitler we should try to bring him back alive because all lives matter. Even though Hitler killed himself. which that's good. I mean, do you think like they're saying to like the Jeffrey Dahmer, like who basically ate people, like who killed and ate people? Do you think like this? Wait. We shouldn't kill him. His life matters. No, like I mean, like yes, people's lives matter, but then when else thing when people say like, oh yeah, all lives matter, but then when they're eating meat, you know, cows have lives, chickens have lives, you know. I mean, like, seriously, one else thing. So they cough. They killed it has killed like over 100,000, or like I think it's over 100,000 cases, or maybe I think over 100,000 deaths here in America. When I was thinking Italy like was on the rise, now they're good. When what happened to Italy? They cut this year. It got flood, like Venice got flooded and all kind of that. Like when like we're all tackling kind of this stuff. And don't forget, because we thought this year that Coppo was going to be like the biggest bad thing of like of 2020. But then but then like like when we thought like this, oh yeah, there's gonna be with a war with America and Iran. Nope, it really didn't happen. Oh no, oh yeah, like the Amazon wildfires, like they started. People helped that and all that. And but then so the last point that the that I want to say is that a lot of people are are saying like this, like, oh yeah, they're kind of joining in and saying oh yeah, like Black Lives Matter, like and all like that. But then when there's something, boom, the racist tweets from like 2011 just shows up, and guys, because I just want to say this, just help out any way you can. Don't be a douche to people. Don't vote for Trump, because when I was thinking 20 like 20 when I was thinking 2017 was such like a boring year. The only thing I remember from 2017 is that the Last Jedi came out, and like you want something, even that I don't really remember. I keep thinking that oh yeah, wait, The Force Awakens came out, but no, it came out like in 2015. We all thought that 2016 was bad because so many famous people were dying, Prince, Bowie, people like those. And I mean like 2018, we had a Steven Hellenberg. He passed away of ALS. Robbie Rotten, the actor who played Robbie Rotten. He died of cancer. And Stan Lee, he also died. A bunch. I think yeah. I mean Stephen Hawking, he died. And but then it's also kind of a great year because Infinity War came out. The Spider-Man PS4 game came out. Like a bunch of great stuff happened. Like that year, but also bad. We keep thinking 2019. Like I really can't even I can't but then now 2020. A lot of times the best coming out of people is actually a bad time. And I'm not saying that the best and worst people can can come out anytime. But then whenever there's a bad thing that happened for America, we just bounce back. Even if like but I mean we had to see what the bunker bitch does next, and what lies he does, and yeah, and just just keep fighting, you know, because with the Colin Kaepernick like Nike thingy, like I thought I was like kind of bad first, cause I mean like I don't read cause back then I didn't really read that much news, and like in a saying was for like, oh yeah, like fight fight for what you believe in, like even if it like costs you everything. And then white nationalists, like I mean like they're burning cut the shoes, and it's kind of stupid. It's like, yeah, I mean like Nike already has like your money. This we see that's basically kind of like going out like buying kind of like Keurig, saying like this, we can't recycle your cups. We're just gonna like put your fumes into like the air. Like it's like, yeah, I mean like Keurig already has like your money. I mean, when like, but then some good has actually come out at this time, and this is the really, really last thing I want to say, because K-pop, whether you like it or hate it, like I mean, like, I mean, like, I mean, I don't hate it, like, said this, like, oh my god, it's like the worst thing in the world, like, I wish it would like just go away, I mean, it's one of those like, oh yeah, it's like the boy, like the boy, like the boy, like like boy band, like craze was like 24, like 2012, 2013, like all kinds of those. But then now K-pop stands have actually when say just like, oh yeah, like stuff for like Trump, they would just like put like just K-pop stuff all in like that hashtag, and it'll be good because it's like this. They're like, hey, so thank you so much for listening.